Good afternoon and welcome to the November 4th, 2014 meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. May we have the roll call, please?
Authority members Devine.
Here.
Friedman.
Here.
Mincy.
Here.
Barazian.
Here.
Sinanian.
Here.
Beaver.
Here.
And Chair Nazarian.
Here. May we have your report?
The agenda for the November 4, 2014 regular meeting of Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, October 30th, 2014 on bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. The next item, please.
Approval of minutes.
So moved.
Second.
There are no objections or corrections to the minutes. They will be recorded as unanimously approved. Next item, please.
Oral communications. No card were submitted.
We will close oral communications, and I will request for any authority member or staff comments. Mayor Sinanian.
Yes, thank you, Chair Najarian. I just want to use this opportunity to encourage everyone to get out and vote. We'll do this, I'm sure, me and my colleagues will do this also in the evening, during the evening session, remind you all to come out and vote, but that'll be past 6 o'clock, so this is a good time to remind you that it's voting day, and although it's not city elections, nevertheless, there are sort of local elections because we have a lot of county positions, statewide positions that are being balloted. So once again, I encourage you to, if you're registered to vote, if you're a citizen, if you're eligible to vote otherwise, go out and do your duty and also use this wonderful privilege that we all have as citizens of this country.
Mrs. Barazian was saying that they're busy today.
Yeah, we are busy at
What
the
is that?
Glendale School District. Yeah, we're having close to 20%.
Oh wow, that's great. When I went to vote about 9 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning, our precinct on Grandview and the Boy Scouts Club was crowded. I mean, you could barely park anywhere, which is always nice to see.
Mr. Ochoa?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. If you don't mind, I'd like to have our Deputy Director of Housing, Peter Zovak, to come up to make a couple of notable announcements regarding a couple of key projects.
Yes, Mr. Chair, members of the Housing Authority, good afternoon. Given that next Tuesday, November 11th, is Veterans Day and City Hall will be closed in observance of that holiday, Community Development staff thought that it would be an opportune time at this meeting today to make two announcements that highlights the City and Housing Authority's commitment to providing much-needed services to our nation's veterans. I'll make the announcement on the first item, and Ann Bockenkamp will speak to the second item. Before the meeting, I placed a packet at your seats. It's a copy of the city's press release that was issued last week. The release highlights the completion of the Cypress Senior Living Project. As you know, the Cypress Senior Living Project is an 18-unit acquisition rehabilitation project reserved for low-income senior households. It is a rental project. The Housing Authority made the commitment that it's an 18-unit project of a mix of studios and one-bedroom units. One unit is reserved for the manager's unit, so 17 units available of affordable housing available to the public, of which the Housing Authority committed 6 of those units being reserved for low-income senior veteran households. So staff is pleased to announce that the project is 100% occupied. After a lot of work at the staff level and the developers' work as well, community development partners, the 6 low-income senior veteran units have been filled. We continue to accept applications to be placed on the waiting list for those 6 veteran designated units. And then the remaining units have been filled by the low-income senior households that applied and participated through the housing lottery process for those units. So we're at 100% occupancy, and it's through a lot of hard work by everyone involved in the project. To highlight the project, we have a story that's included in the press release on Cypress Senior Living. It highlights the project itself, the building, and the lives of 2 of the veterans that are living there. And that story is being circulated out to the public. And we've already received some very positive feedback from some of the agencies out there as to the accomplishments on this project. And then I'll step aside and ask Ann Bockenkamp to speak to the second announcement.
Hi, I'm Ann Bockenkamp, the Housing Coordinator with the Community Development Department, Housing Division. I'm here to announce that applications are now available for Veterans Village. Veterans Village is a 44-unit multifamily rental development with a preference for low-income veterans. Applications are available starting today and will be continuing to be available through Wednesday, November 26th. You may pick up the applications on site at 331 Salem Street, or applications may be downloaded at the developer's website at www.veteransvillageglendale.com. These applications have to be mailed to the developer's post office box and have a postmark no later than November 26th. The apartment building is a 44-unit affordable multifamily rental with preference for veterans, and it will have 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units, so it will serve quite a range of families. It's being developed by Thomas Safran and Associates, who built another fine affordable apartment building in Glendale at 303 East Garfield Street. Thank you.
Ms. Devine?
Yes, I just wanted to mention to Mr. Zovak that I happen to know a vet that lives at Cypress, and he is so happy there. He's very, very happy. I know these are great projects. Thank you.
Cypress was the one with the big mural, was that not the opening that we had several months ago?
So I'll just piggyback on that, and we'll announce that on November 5th at 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., the Housing Rights Center, along with our own housing department, will be hosting a fair housing workshop for property owners and managers. And we always, not always, but last year we had 3 forums for the low-income housing residents. This one is specifically for property owners and managers, so it's for the other side of the formula. So I want to encourage everyone to use this opportunity and be there at the Pacific Community Center, located at Sycamore Room A, 5202, at 501 South Pacific Avenue, Glendale, California, 91204.
Okay, thank you. Are there any more announcements?
If not, I'll move we adjourn.
For a second. Do we have a meeting next Wednesday? Is that, are we off that whole
We
week?
are off that. Tuesday is the holiday. Wednesday would be the replacement. We canceled that meeting as part of the budget.
As well as the evening meeting?
Yes, sir. So we're dark on next week.
Thank you.